You're listening to the Mark Bradford Alchemy for Life podcast.
Here's a very different take on comfort zones. Well, hey there. Welcome back. Let's talk comfort zones. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm out of here. I'll see you later. No, stay with me, please. That's actually my point. If you are going to have someone coach you, if you want to hire a coach, they're invariably going to attack the comfort zone. That's the first thing they're going to talk about. If you talk to anyone about success and great success and things related to you accomplishing great goals or goals you have never accomplished, they're going to talk about comfort zones. If you have a review, comfort zone is probably going to come up. There are hundreds of statements and memes out there saying, everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. Is it? Is it really? Because saying that is like saying all the good stuff is outside of your locale. It's outside of your neighborhood. Well, how big is your neighborhood? Right? Like if you said, all the variety that you want is outside the borders of your country, and you live in Monaco? Well, yeah, Monaco has an area of about 2 kilometers. But if your country is the United States, as it is for me, we're talking about an area of 9, almost 10 million kilometers. So there's a bit of a difference, is there not? And yet the same word is used, country, right? So I think the same thing can be applied to comfort zones. So what am I getting at here? I'm getting at the size of the comfort zone. What? Nobody talks about the size of the comfort zone. They just talk about leaving it, right? They demonize it and they say it's a bad thing. Get out of your comfort zone. Leave the comfort zone. Okay. Let me give you a radical idea to push back against the statement. So the statement of someone saying, you need to get out of your comfort zone. It's all where this stuff happens. Don't be in your comfort zone. Comfort zone's bad, right? The statement I would use to push back on that is, why not just expand your comfort zone? And these people would say, well, yeah, if you left your comfort zone, then that's what you're doing. You're kind of expanding your comfort zone. Well, but you didn't say that. You said I need to leave my comfort zone. Nobody ever talks about if you leave your comfort zone and do a thing, then now that's your comfort zone. Because now it's bad again, right? Do you see that? Do you see where that logic goes? The logic makes you feel bad about having a comfort zone. And it even makes you feel bad about expanding the comfort zone. Right? You do A for a living. Everything in your life is A. And you decide you want to do X. And you go out and you do X. And it was scary and fun. And you like it and you're going to do it more. Well, X kind of becomes a part of that comfort zone then. So now you can do A and X in comfort. Oh, that's bad. No, it's good. It's good. So if your focus was to expand your comfort zone and not leave it, you see where I'm going? Well, Mark, how do you expand it without challenging it? You have to exit the comfort zone. Well, no, you don't really have to leave it. And look, I'm just giving you an example. I'm giving you an example in defense of the statements that nobody's making, but maybe your mind is making that. I'm just trying to help. If you said, I want to leave my comfort zone and do a thing, first of all, I'd say you shouldn't leave your comfort zone for the sake of leaving your comfort zone unless there's something else to be gained. And I know some of you are like, no. Leaving your comfort zone is always good. No, it's not. Not necessarily, because it can waste your time, energy, and resources because you're like, well, I thought I would leave my comfort zone, and that was a waste of freaking time. Yeah. But you should leave your comfort zone if you have a desire for that, or if you feel that there's a false border there preventing you from doing something that you clearly should be able to do. Yeah, then you can break through the border and go, yeah, I did it this way this time because I didn't feel comfortable and I needed to push that. For example, and I'll get back to what I was saying. For example, if you normally buy something pre-made, some kind of food or whatever, And you're like, you know what? I really kind of want to see what it's like to have that made from scratch. I mean, lasagna is a good example of a big waste of time. No. And then you decide you're going to combine everything and spend the 2 hours to make the proper lasagna and stuff like that. And you can go, man, was that hard. And I didn't actually screw it up. And it was decent and good, but I'm not wasting time doing that again. So you can do these little things like that, right? And making lasagna or whatever is not necessarily some triumphant thing, but it doesn't always have to be a triumphant thing. Success, leaving your comfort zone and doing things in your life doesn't always have to be that monumental, look, Ma, I climbed a freaking mountain. So getting back to what I was saying, and I'm just looking with the eyes of somebody who sees systems and everything, there's got to be a way for you to expand your comfort zone without leaving it, right? And that way is to expand your comfort zone by moving into adjacent spaces. You see what I'm saying? So if you drew a big circle on a piece of paper and put yourself in the middle as a dot, and you wanted to leave the comfort zone, you could pick up your pencil, move it all the way outside of the circle, and plop it back down again, right? Or you could draw a little tiny circle that's touching the big circle, and then just not, without even picking up your pencil, just slide it over into that little circle. And that's how a lot of things in life work. And in fact, a lot of those things are how not only people's personalities, their hobbies, even business works that way, where there's a business that makes a certain product and they sort of make these other products too. Well, it only made sense. But they still had to decide one day to say, hey, we're pretty good at making this. We have most of the machinery that makes this. It only takes a little bit of a tweak or adding extra machinery to then make those other products. Do you see how they expanded their comfort zone without leaving it? Isn't that a powerful statement? I mean, seriously, think about that. When people get up on their soapboxes and they point their giant fingers at you and they're like, you should get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. That's when all the magic happens and this and this. Oh, you have failure because you don't leave your comfort zone and you're going to stay in your little comfort zone. All that is to make you feel bad and to supposedly motivate you so that you leave this zone that presumably is like 3 feet wide. But these people don't know how big your comfort zone is. What if you have a massively large comfort zone? And I'm not saying I have a massively large comfort zone, but I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff that I moved into and kept moving into and kept moving into and kept moving into, I think I've expanded it a little bit. So I think I have a little bit of a track record and experience in saying it feels really good to expand your comfort zone. And like I said, expanding into an adjacent space is easy, right? It also makes sense, right? If you're a pencil manufacturer and you have all the stuff that cuts up the wood and puts on the erasers and this and that and the other thing, and one day the CEO says, we're also going to make staplers. Okay, well, they kind of go with pencils, sort of, and that's going to expand our comfort zone. But they have entirely different equipment to make the staplers, and the staplers are something that actually takes staples, and now it's a supply thing, and it's not just something that you sell and it's a one-off, right? As opposed to a company that only makes pencils, but they decide one day they're going to make erasers as well. Look, they're already making erasers. They're making little teeny ones, little tiny cute ones that they put on top of the pencil. They already have the supply. They just have to increase the supply and a different way to make bigger erasers. And now they can sell erasers along with the pencils. They expanded their comfort zone without leaving it. So before you are made to feel bad by someone, something you read that talks all about a comfort zone, which is the perfect way to scare you into saying, screw this, I'm not good enough. Screw this, I don't want to do this, right? Right? Before that happens to you, I want you to consider what I just said. The two things. Leaving your comfort zone for the sake of leaving your comfort zone isn't all it's cracked up to be, and a comfort zone isn't a bad thing. A comfort zone isn't a bad thing. Oh, and a comfort zone isn't a freaking bad thing. Okay? And two, you can leave your comfort zone by not leaving it. You can leave it by expanding into adjacent space. So think about that. There may be a hobby or even something for your business or your entrepreneurial stuff or your writing or your art that's really close to what you already do. And you can just leak into that and see what that's like. Because any progress like that is good, and you shouldn't feel bad. Thanks. Let me know how it goes. Hey there, thanks for listening. You know I always enjoy your feedback. The prequel to the Sword and the Sunflower duet, called Upside Down, is now available. The Sword and the Sunflower is available as Kindle, paperback, and audiobook, with the other two, Amira and Upside Down, being available as Kindle and paperback. Well, actually, all three books are now available in hardcover.